So, what is the last thing that happened? I forgot what happened yesterday. I mean, in-game, yesterday in-game. What happened? So right, rent is due in 2 days and I am $4,000 late. I'm missing $4,000 and I don't exactly make $2,000 per day in my job, so I'm hoping something good happens to me. Alright, let's check the news first. Peak. You if no. The final remaster. Woman Paris anime pillow. Nobody's actually surprised. Mary's not Paris. Why did I read Paris? Woman Mary's anime pillow. Nobody's actually surprised. That's misogynistic. I remember a time when wacky stuff like this made a lot of headlines, but even though I'm reporting on it, I can't help but think how mundane it's become. What's up, Barista Nation? Today I'm gonna make a drink called the Sad Caucasian. I'm getting evicted. Oh, what the fuck? Is there a VTuber poster in your room? It's Miku! It's Kira Miki. Be respectful. Okay? Be nice to Miki. If the pillow had some form of intelligence, it might be somewhat different, but it's just a plain generic anime hug pillow. Yeah, I don't trust that bullshit, because if the pillow had some sort of intelligence, everyone would call the woman a rapist. Because she's marrying a pillow that is barely conscious and can't consent. So, fuck all the way to the other room with that. It would not make more sense. People would send Google Docs about her. Barely conscious. Okay, listen. First Space Colony plans to develop its own army. Holy shit. The pillow is conscious. If it was conscious. If it had intelligence. Not the same thing, but you get what I mean. Holy shit, Halo. We're getting space rebels. Send the Spartans. Let's gog. Good evening! Oops. I never checked the settings. You can get rid of the scan lines. But who wants that? Well, maybe on mobile phones doesn't look as good, probably. No, I want the scan lines. Good evening. Ah, Jill, I'm out to get firecrackers. With the fire. Firecrackers? It's New Year's, right? We need some. Wouldn't firecrackers scare off the Yeah, good idea. Go ahead. The dog. Not the dog! Don't scare the dog! I'll be back in a bit. Even for a cat lover, you sure get excited about firecrackers a lot more when dogs are involved. I know how hypocritical it sounds, and I don't care. Ah, Jamie's here. Greetings. Oh, uh-oh. Anyway, let's start. Jamie just went cha-cha-cha. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Ah, the guy that wouldn't come back twice. Yeah, shut up. By any chance, did something fly over here 2 weeks ago? What? 2 weeks ago? Boy, do you have any idea how long that is? In real life time. On Friday? Yes. There were lots of weird explosion noises throughout the night. But as far as I understand, those were made by a flying drone or something like that. So it flew by here. I take it you know what made the noise? Let's just keep it at whatever drone story you heard. Right. The noise got annoying after a while, I must say. But remained in the vicinity. I don't know what counts as in the vicinity, but yeah. Distant explosions all night. Interesting, so it didn't get far away. Now, get me a Mars Blast. A Mars Blast for the guy that wouldn't come back twice. Mars Blast. Did I say Moon Blast? Mars Blast. Focus. There we go. Well, you didn't mess up. Sorry if I may interject. You looking for a fight? Most certainly not. Really think you'd stand a chance? You're like half his size. I can fight dirty. He kills people for a living. I can fight dirty. Nah, I'd win type of guy. Nah, I'd win. Jill, please. You make me sound like a savage. It would be like me saying that you get people drunk for a living. He's not wrong, but there are better ways of saying stuff like that. You're right, sorry. And like I said, I'm not looking for a fight. I just noticed you seem to like strong drinks. What about it? Well, to be honest, it's a rare sight in this bar. I'd even come to believe I'm the only one here who can enjoy them, aside from the owner. May I suggest you try a suplex next time? It might be to your liking. Okay, let's try this suplex thing. Right. And then they kissed. Let's give Ingram a suplex. Weirdly nice about it. It was like, yeah, it was not powered delta. Idiot. It was like, hey, you know what? I'll test your thing. Sure. After telling me to shut the fuck up and to order me to make a drink. Please suplex Ingram. Well, he's far from being the most annoying customer I have, so, you know, he's just in a constant bad mood. On the rocks. Here. Good stuff. Like a less burning but punchier pile driver. Say, your face looks somehow familiar, Mr. Call me Jamie. And you are. I'm Ingram. Anyway, I think I saw your face somewhere. Maybe when I needed to look for a specific file You perhaps go through a nanomachine expunge. I did, actually. Figured as much. Only a handful of people do that. And almost all of them are people with nanomachine rejection that feel oddly suicidal. So, why go through the whole thing? Rejection? Need to hide something? The second one. It's easier to remain undetected when they have no means to track you or your activity. You get a free pass because there are other more annoying people? When you work in customer service? Yeah. Yeah, actually. When you get someone who's not as much of an asshole as the other guys you just got like earlier, you're like, it's like almost a breeze of fresh air. You're like, oh, I didn't get a slur today. I don't get a slur from these guys. That's as much as I can get. But yeah, if there were just less annoying people than him, if he was the more annoying guy, I would tell him to fuck off. And I'm still not over Virgilio asking me if I had my periods just because I was in a bad mood. Because there's no way to tell if that was an act or if he just genuinely asked this. If he genuinely believed like, oh, is she on her period? She's in a bad mood. She's being bitchy. So Virgilio is still on thin ice. He dropped the act. He got nicer, but that doesn't mean I forget what he said to me while acting, quote unquote. It's easier to remain undetected when they have no means to track you or your activity. Let's see. How does the expunge work? Gilo makes me aggressive because exactly like a client from work. It gets too real. Oh no. You lie in a pressure chamber and they give you a special IV. Me? Solution. I'm the solution? It causes nanomachine rejection while giving you the antibodies needed to prevent them from getting back in. For 5 hours, you're trapped in bed while a horrible pressure builds up in your body and nanomachines are forced out. Ah, I see. Like it's a forced rejection. Like you're pooping out machines all over. Ah, I forgot to change the category. Thank you. They're like little needles all over your body. You feel them in your eyes, in your gums, in your toes, everywhere. And after that, they need to implant you with a mechanism that constantly releases the same antibodies. Ouch. What are you having, Jamie? This is a gut punch. Intralipid infusion mentioned. Like in the intralipid is in the fat, right? Infusing in the fat of your like skin thing. That's what I imagine it is because it's like intra, like in, and lipid is fat. I imagine that's what it means. It should be. It should be? You mean in the game or in real life? It should be, but it isn't. This is a gut punch. Yeah, should have figured. It's actually infusing lipids. Oh, you're infusing lipids. It's not in the lipids. Okay. This is all IRL. Yeah, okay. And why, in which case do you infuse lipids? Like in general, I imagine it has multiple uses, but What do you... Why do you do that? Usually? I'm curious. Hey, give me one of those. Sure. A gut punch. It's a way of sequestering toxins once they've been absorbed into the blood. Or like they absorb the toxins, or like they absorb the toxins, or do they tell the toxins to get the fuck out? Aged and mix. Here. Yeah, I love these. It looks different from yours though. I added a couple of extras in his actually. So where's the antibody unit? This stuck you with Jammy. I've mostly used it for ivermectin poisoning in farm dogs. But the dogs get ivermectin poisoning from eating the horse food, or like from hanging out around horses. I don't even know if ivermectin is only for horses, because I know it's I know it because of COVID that it's a horse dewormer, but I've never checked if it's used for anything else. I love learning things. Inside, like all other maintenance systems, it can be troublesome at times, but the perks of not having nanomachines in the body outweigh the cons. They've been dosing cattle and sold some. Not just for horses. Okay. And the rest of the enhancements? Were you reconstructed, or have you been adding them over time? Remember that they started the conversation by almost punching each other, and now they have like the most basic conversation over time, either by getting a much needed enhancement or through fixing injuries. The reason it got brought up 4 years ago is because people were taking the kind that's for horses. Ah! Peeled some. Ah, okay. Dosing cattle and peeled some. Okay. Interesting. So it's a dewormer, but for a lot of different species. I assume, not just for horses. I see. Well, it was a pleasure, Jammy, but I gotta leave. Nice meeting you, Ingram. Please come again. Don't count on it. Every time he says don't count on it, and he fucking comes back. You said that twice. But you seem like a nice guy. Right? I won't call him a bastard, but he's not the nicest in the bunch. Maybe you caught him on a bad day? Well... Nah, I think you're just that good at bringing out the nicer side of people. Oddly enough. That guy tires the hell out of me. Someone's in a good mood. Give me a bad touch, will you? That way you'll be in a good mood too. A bad touch for Alma. Hi Alma. A big bad touch. Oh, there's one feedback I have to give to to the cleaning demo is that I really didn't like having to hold the mouse button for the entire time I was power washing. Here you go. Jill, you have such a pretty sense of humor. Guilty as charged. So, what put you in a good mood? Oh yeah, that. Today my sister was supposed to be in court for all the custody proceedings. Of course, not only does she show up later than her husband and drunk at that, but also dressed like she got fucked in the back of a parking lot. What the fuck? And to top it off, she forgot to even bring her kids. Luckily, my parents brought them to court. The judge assigned the kids to my parents for the time being. Humor. Humor. The murmur. No. So she really messed it up, huh? When they came back to the house and Diana started throwing a temper tantrum. Oh, yesterday I started farming for ghosts. The first and second rounds of disruption with rotation C, I got the neuroptics and the chassis. And I was so happy. And then I played for another 30 minutes and I didn't get the systems. So I need to keep going. I got both on the first rotations that were on the rounds that were on the C rotation. I got boom the neuroptics, boom the chassis. I was like, nice! I'm gonna be done so fast. and then it was all relics. Hey, at least I found relics. That's cool. And also I was alone because no one wants to farm ghosts. Every time I was restarting the mission because I didn't want to farm disruption alone. It was a bit long and annoying. But every time people would leave on the first round and I would be alone again. What is Curry doing? Oh no, it's Pepe. She's breakdancing against my shoes. They both like my shoes because they smell like outside, I imagine. When they came back to the house and Diana started throwing a temper tantrum, he said it was lucky her husband didn't get the kids because the angst would make her jump into the highway. She sounds so much like someone I know. So Eva comes and say, then make sure it kills you because we aren't dealing with you as a cripple. Oof, oof. Oh, wow. Oh wow, okay. Damn, that's a cool family that you have, Alma. Or you're not that great either. I remember what you said about your family. I shouldn't reinforce that behavior, but yeah, okay. Alma isn't really... She has a couple red flags. Just a couple. Alma, we're gonna have to kill you. I don't know, maybe it was the timing, but I've been laughing for an hour now about a joke about a disabled person. Alma, go play on the highway. You hold quite the animosity for Diana, don't you? She and I used to be the closest friends when I was 7 or 8, when I was 6 or 7. We played all the time, we even slept on the same bed for a while. Then she turned into a teen. We stopped playing, she had other things she wanted to do. I could forgive all of that, I mean the age difference and all. But there is something in particular I still can't forgive. It was a day she invited her friends to the house, and I went to ask her something. As I was leaving, one of her friends asked if I was her sister, and she said she had no little sisters. Ouch. I think that was the moment that finally broke the pedestal I heard her on. I admired her as much as a kid could admire someone, you know. Little by little, that admiration wore off, until we finally reached that breaking point. I felt betrayed. And you haven't been able to forgive her after 40 years. How old are you? What do you mean 40? Did I forget how old Alma is, or didn't we have the information? I think I forgot. Yeah, I forgot because there's no way that we suddenly drop Alma's age like that. Like that makes her what, 55 or something? Would? Maybe not. Maybe no. Actually wouldn't. Oh, it was a joke. Or is it? I don't know. It's not that I still hold a grudge against her, but rather the Diana who said all those things so many years ago is the same Diana that I know today. How so? She hasn't matured one bit. She's still as selfish, childish, and immature as she was back then. When you see her, you don't see an adult, you see an overgrown, horny teen. So aside from destroying any admiration, I'm having I'm having the monster gas. She's made sure not to fix that impression. But enough about me. How are you? Everything's fine, aside from this note. A note? Remember how I told you I lashed out at my dead ex's sister? Yeah. I got this note from her. Let's see. Wow. I must really feel bad about the whole thing. As do I. So, what was the problem then? The same fear that drove me away from her in the first place. Right. Give a Brentini to who? Just give. Sit. Give a Brentini, will you? There's a little story I want to tell you. Okay. Give. Give the paw. Give paw. The monster needs I'm gonna have to take a bathroom break in like 20 minutes. Age mixed. Here you go. This is the thing, let's start. Boo! Ah! Oh hell no. This is the story of a girl who grew disillusioned with one of her sisters. Soon it became animosity, and not long after she distanced herself completely from said sister. With time, the girl would become attached to her elder sister, looking up to her achievements. All I can look at right now are those boobs. Not now. I still can't tell if this is something that got implanted in her brain or if it's literally just a headmate. Or both. I wouldn't mind having a microchip in my brain that would make me literally visualize Sabine in my everyday life. Or like Sabine visualize me. That would be funny. Making myself a tulpa. Oh no. Fortune forced them breed a tulpa. Said sister would even marry the girl's best friend not soon after. And after the girl went into college, said sister would quit her job. The sister was worried sick about leaving her baby kid alone, prompting her to quit her high-ranking job. What if I hire your high-ranking lips? Shut up. The girl, even as an adult, felt betrayed. Her role model sister went against everything she held her in high esteem for. She was no longer a child, and yet she felt like a part of her had crumbled. Hey Joe, I can lift her sweater. Do you want to see? I bet you want to see. Alright, enough. Enough? Shit. Peace out. I mean, I know the girl is you and the sister is your other sister. Please get to the point. Well, that's mean. Right. The point is, if you don't face her, you will be heavily disappointed. She's trying to make amends with you. That must take courage. Lots of it. Yeah, you're right. My mouth dry. Can I get a beer? Big beer! Big beer time! Boom! Here. Thanks. So tell me, did you and this Gabby girl get along? Oh, yeah. I never had brothers and sisters, but once Lenore introduced me to her as her sister-in-law, I got so excited about having a new sister that she clung to me a lot. I helped her in her studies, read books with her, played with her a lot. She was pretty much my sister too. I have to leave, but I'll tell you this. As both a big and little sister, if you don't grant that girl the chance of talking to you, I'll never forgive you. Yeah. Oh, there's a small New Year's party this Saturday if you're interested. Oh, sure, I'll be there. Remember, I won't forgive you. Cha. Yeah, okay. I'll go take my break. Alright. Ah! You were here! Well, you were quite absorbed in the conversation just now. Jamie even said goodbye to you, didn't you hear? No. Anyway, call me if anything comes up. Less chilly today. Jill, a kid's looking for you. Oh shit. Is that time? Is it that time? Wait, no, you're the kid I didn't serve a drink to. Hey. Ah! Norma. But it was going to be the sister. Well, apparently Jill also thought it was going to be the sister. You're back! Ah, fuck you. You don't know I'm not giving you any drinks, right? Crap, say it out loud. Yeah, actually, I wanted to thank you. She thought it was for her. Thank me? Well, for starters, by not complying and giving me alcohol. Everything else would have fallen apart if I had some. Oh, so responsible, Joe. I kind of faced my mom and told her all about the pressure she was putting on me. And said I wanted to figure out what I wanted to do. And? Well, she didn't speak to me for 2 days. After that, she told me that it'd be a waste to spend money in... It'd be a waste to spend money in a university just for me to not give it my all. So she told me to still go to the college course, but that I was free to explore. I'm glad to hear that. And, well, I wanted to thank you for that. Me? If I just rushed head first into my original plan, things would have gotten ugly. And you were right. I would be hurting her for the sake of hurting. So, thank you. Oh, don't worry about it. I'll leave before it's too late outside. Careful. Oh, so sweet. Look. Hey Jill, mind playing me here? Playing me? Fuck you mean playing me? Helping me here. Sure. Make a bleeding Jane, please. Okay. A bleeding Jane for Gil. What does he want me to make a drink for him? He's not even on the screen. What does he want? Okay. Thanks. Hey Joe, do you hate me? Hate is harsh word. It's not against you directly, but rather the fact that only I can see you. Like I told you, if they wanted, they could see me. And why can I? You're the main character. I don't know. What are you? A cute girl. That's right. That's right. You okay, Jill? You're making a lot of faces here. Huh? Yeah, just remembering stuff. Would you give me a hand here and serve me a beer, please? Sure. Why is he drinking so much? Is it for him or? Do we have such a big bar that Gil is also serving people at the same time as I? Thanks. Would you lighten up if I showed you I can interact with the environment? Maybe you'll spook me, but let's try. There! I can't see anything. You sure? Yeah? Weird. Nobody expects the Dorothy Inquisition! The Dorothy Inquisition! She's funny. He asked me to ping her if Dorothy appears. Ah! Almost choked on my monster. Oh. Sorry. Dorothy Inquisition. Dorothy Inquisition. Dorothy. Ow! Ow! I bit my tongue. Ow. Can't believe I'm using the spare tongue so early in the night. The spare tongue? The spare tongue. Okay. I mean, okay. Honey! Ah, hi Dorothy. I'm making a quick stop for a drink. Can I get a fluffy dream? Sure. Thanks! Oh yeah, before you leave. What, are you guys throwing a New Year's party too? Yeah. Sure, I'll be there then. Okay, bye Dorothy. That was nice. Well, I've got things to do, so... You do? Who does what? Sorry, I sneezed. Weird sneezes. Dorothy. Anyway, I'm out for now. Oh yeah, Joe. Take care of Becky, please. Who? Man, she was in a rush. Okay, fuck that noise. Fireworks are sold out everywhere. I'll need to get them through more shady means. He's gonna buy them from the internet. He'll find them and put us all at risk of burning. I'll make sure there's an extra extinguisher at hand. Please. Well, I guess that's it for today. You sure you're fine? I am, don't worry. Hey Jill, mind if I ask a silly question? You've seen my clients, you can assume I don't mind silly questions. Silly answers can get on my nerves though. Sorry, what do you wanna ask? Do you know why they call them cat boomers? I mean, I guess their second set of ears look like a cat's, but the word boomer seems out of place. Not so much when you consider it's not them but their parents who were called such. Oh? Let's go for a big... Let's go a big... Oh! Let's go a bit back first. You don't know what cat boomers look like that, right? Why cat boomers look like that? Because they went through some anti-nanomachine rejection treatment while they were still a fetus, right? It's called the Yamazaki-Romanova treatment. Yamazaki-Romanova. Or was it Romanenko-Yamada treatment? Let's call it the catification procedure. It was not only the first successful genetic treatment on the fetus, but also the first way to fight nanomachine rejection. You mean that turning people into cats is a life-saving surgery? Best piece of lore in the game. Fucking Dr. House going, no, this patient needs to turn into a cat boy to survive. She needs cat's ears to survive. Funding got cut in the middle of it, at a critical point that could make or break the whole thing. So like... Valhalla takes place in a universe where Elon Musk is like... not a Nazi. Because once he talked about trying to make cat girls real. It was a shitpost, it was stupid, but imagine. Not to mention Zaibatsu Corp's record of not addressing nanomachine rejection at all. The rest of the research was funded by Maki Stengovich. Was it Stengovich? Let's call him Stengovich for now. He's a businessman whose unborn daughter got diagnosed with early nanomachine rejection. Stengovich funded the research, and in a desperate move, his wife offered herself and her daughter as test subjects. Of course, the experiment was a success. The girl, Sylvia Stengovich, didn't die. She became the living testament of the scientific breakthrough. But then the story of how things played out for Sylvia got sensationalized in the media and created a weird fad. Parents made their unborn children go through the catification procedure even if they had no ailments at all. Oh, you know, well, if if it works, if the baby doesn't die, wouldn't you want a baby cat or... oh, I don't know. Whatever. All because one particular girl whose life got saved through that treatment became a media darling for a bit. I see no problem, Jill. Hey! A whole generation of kids with those cat-like protrusions got born. And their parents got called cat boomers. A generation of parents obsessed with those cat-like features. The fad quickly passed, but the term remained in use. Eventually, cat boomer just started being used for people with protrusions instead of their parents. Imagine if your parent is a boomer and you get called a boomer. It sucks. We keep calling them protrusions. Why is that? Well, because that's what they are. Huh? We didn't think those things on their heads were ears, right? They're not? Sure, they can be moved because they're somehow connected to the facial and ear muscles. Okay, cat boomer on my screen. Ah! Thus, they can move like a cat and react to their mood. But in the end, they're just appendages with no real function. Oh. Well, to be fair, I don't care. If I can get cat ears, even if they don't work as ears, I don't care. I'll get them. It still surprises me a bit, though, that the biggest mutation they get after the treatment is just that. Those ears are a small miracle on their own. People have been born with no eyes for less intrusive procedures. You really thought they were functional ears, huh? Let's say I learned quite a bit today. Thank you. Don't worry. I feel like I should apologize for talking so much instead. And keep in mind, I'm fucking up the terms. I don't want you saying someone got protrusion instead of catification. Someone got protrusions because of the catification procedure. I'll keep it in mind. Wait! What? Yeah, the guy's name was Stengovich. Huh? I just remembered Sylvia Stengovich was around my age when I was a teen and there were some TV specials featuring her. I just remember that I had the biggest crush on her. And now that I think about it, that crush had me very confused back then. And did you need to shout just now? Sorry. In any case, I'm out for the day. Alright, careful out there. Oh! $1,724. Oh. I'm not gonna get the good ending. I will die. The timeline where cat-variant woman gets denied treatment because she has no autoimmune ailment. This is about transgender people. Well, apparently it was the opposite, so good for them. Right, day 2. Been talking a lot with that Alma girl. Jealous. The news? What time is it? Oh, we're doing good. BTC closing 40% of its bars in Glitch City. Oh no. Wearing socks with sandals in public is now a crime. The entirety of the German population is now in prison. Oh no! I like to say that we have the freedom to wear whatever we like in the streets of Glitch City so long as we adhere to decency rules. However, that's about to change. Glitch City's Department of Public Decency has declared that wearing socks and sandals together is a punishable crime. If convicted, the guilty face 3 days in jail as punishment for using that abominable combo. German cat boomers in shambles. But what do you think? Should we wear whatever we want? Or should the fashion police of high society decide for you? Whatever the case, I think I'll simply stick to the right side of the battle. Goodbye socks and sandals. Birth rates decrease as the youth prefers Lilim Company. That's right. Just so much better than dealing with people, you know? You can just make your own perfect partner. Oh, and sex is amazing. Don't even get me started. Oh, I always forgot to check Reddit. Shit, I forgot about Reddit. Oh, I always check the newspaper, but I forgot I had Reddit. Do I want to check Reddit though? Any tips for a new friend in this wonderful land? Oh boy, self-deprecating thread. Don't trust in white knights and don't go out after 5 PM unless you want to get mugged or murdered. Bring a portable chair everywhere. You'll have to line up for flour. Get used to eat what you find. Shortages are getting out of hand. I've been eating rice with butter for months now, but I guess it could be worse. Don't jinx it, please. I have enough as it is. Coming here was a mistake. Why would you come here anyway? Visiting family, but now I want to take them out. Do it while you can. What are they talking about? Surviving in Glitch City. That bar called Valhalla. Is it any good? I need a place to unwind after work. Normies are taking over, huh? Normies are taking over, huh? Everyone is a neat, just like me. Anyway, place is cool, but the bartender can be a bit of a dick. What? Also, never been there, so I wouldn't know. Is she cute? I can take it if she's cute. I can take it if she's cute. Work. She's cute, but I think she's a bit full of herself. The guy seems a bit more of a bro. Misogyny. I see you already had a conversation with her. Did she reject your advance? Nah, I just heard from a distance. So is that a no? Fair enough. I mean, if you're going there just to chat, I just want a place to chill for a bit and meet new people. Can I smoke there? Is there any bar from the BTC where you can smoke? No. Bummer. Well, I think I'm going next week then. Sounds good enough for me. Next week? Bro, I don't think it's gonna be a next week. Oop. Yuri new season. It's finally here. I can't believe I'm alive for this day. Thank you, based god. All boards reporting. What other boards, you idiot? Nice, more stupid moe blobs. YY gets new season, why the actual... Well, but the actual best YY is still up in the air. My internet service gets cut off tomorrow because I can't afford it anymore. Wake me up. Get a job, you stupid NEET. Oh god, here we go. Prepare hot cocoa, sit in comfy couch, put on my favorite mega Christmas sweater, see snow falling outside, turn on the heater. It's 4chan, it's not Reddit. I just realized it's 4chan. Wake me up! Get my blanket, watch Glorious YY and fall asleep when it ends. I am the comfy! I am the comfy! Well, it's 4chan if people in 4chan were nice. I wish I was as comfy. I have work tomorrow. Enjoy the Euros for me, Ginger you. Oh, it's funny. Now I want to check all the other days. It's probably like logs on the wiki or something. 2 liter slurs for 4chan. Best I can do is neat. Day 17. Right? December 29th. 9th. Good evening. Hey. Okay, so we've got almost everything, but we're still missing a couple of things from Saturday. And so I designate you, Gillian Applegate, as official guy who goes by the rest of the stuff. Applegate? I have no idea who that is. Why me? I could send Jill, but I wouldn't dare send a lady by herself. And I could go with her, but I believe the bar should have at least 2 people in the vicinity at all times. You're not gonna say anything, Jill? If it means not being delivery girl, I'm happy to fake helplessness. Fine. Give me that list. I'll be back sometime. Something tells me you're planning something, boss. What gives you that impression? Fully a gut feeling, a gut punch. Did you know Gil has a crush? What? A client of his, a girl that owns a bazaar. She's been coming on to him for ages, and he's only just started opening up. But he's taking steps backward, and I'm not gonna let him. He's opening up, for fuck's sake. And so the errands will take him to the bazaar, I take it. That's right. I need to screenshot that. That's right. Oh. Alright then, to the office I go. As for me, time to mix drinks and change lives. You're green to me. Yeah, you're green for me too, Cup Queen. You're even green on the chat on the screen. It's like a dark teal. Not exactly green, but I would say yeah, dark teal. Why do I have 14 timeouts that I have never done to warrant that? I wonder. Been for a while. Weren't you pink a bit ago? I remember at some point I had like 4 people in the chat active that were all pink a few months ago. Okay. Oh. I don't mind some color variety. Now we have a pink, we have a sort of orange, a teal, a blue, a purple. It's nice. When everyone was pink, I had so much trouble reading the chat. I had to focus each message. I had to focus on the username to know who was sending the message. This just in, AV staff completely blind, 20 people at random. That's right. Gil has a crush, huh? This place. Great! Oh, if it isn't... Oh! It's Miku! Hey Jill, sorry, but is there anywhere I can hide? There's an unpleasant guy on my trail. Boss! Stalk woman incoming! The door's open! Go ahead, the door to your left. Thanks! Hello there! Oh, hi there. The other one, that's the bathroom. Wait, what's the dog doing in the bathroom? What's the dog doing? Holy shit, Donovan Dawson! There he is! It's been years! How is he doing? At this point, last time we saw him was like in February. Person of color stalker. Holy shit, Donovan. Donovan D. Dawson. Now, where did she? Oh, the hellhole. Perfect. Hey kid, I'll have the usual. Right. Oh, you remembered me after 2 weeks. Mr. Donovan's usual drink. Holy fucking shit. What was it? Was it the... I think it was the Piano Man. I think it was the Piano Man. I'll test without checking. I trust my memory. Why does she does that? Why does she do that? Yeah, good idea. You trust your memory. You wanna know? I wanna know if it's the Piano Man. If it's not, I don't wanna. If I don't want to know what it is. I just want to know if it is the Piano Man. Yes or not. But I think it was the Piano Man. He was the one who told me the story of the Piano Man's drink. No? It's not the Piano Man? What? Let me see the other names. It could be the beer. I don't remember the other drinks I gave him. For me, it was either the Piano Man or a beer. Well, I'm facing eviction, so I'll accept the back seat. What is his drink? I don't want to be homeless. I'll accept the answer. The big beer. Ah, it was the big beer. It was the other option. A big beer. It was that simple. Okay. Thank you. Ah, there we go. I have to go to the bathroom. Here. This seems right. The paper's been a mess lately. You'd think with all that's happening, they stay and do more reports. But they're all asking for vacations and I can't afford to be understaffed. Big beer, as I like to call it, the beer. Regular sized beer. BB. So I had to come up with some sort of reward for whoever produces the most reports. I see no differences in my feed though. Mr. Donovan, I don't mean to sound rude, but you do know the infamy of the augmented eye with the general public, right? A shitty page that will over-sensationalize anything and report useless things. Of course I know. Then why not try to rectify that image? Put it simply, I'm being clutched by the balls in the non-pleasant way. Do you think Donovan thinks the journalist creates secret duty to endanger as many trans people as possible? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Daibatsu Corp and company have an eye on every publication they haven't bought yet. Report on them once and they'll find something to find you with. Twice and you'll find your resources severely cut. Anything beyond that, and the best case scenario is that they'll buy the damn operation to keep it quiet. I know there are more newsworthy things than whatever it is that actually speaked out that week. But if I overstep, my ass is on the line. Oh. Glad to see this hellhole is still in one piece. The BTC has been going apeshit closing bars lately. Oh yeah, that. Yesterday they closed one that served as a key part of a drug trafficking ring. And last week they closed 3 small bars that served as illegal chicken restaurants. What? The dark kitchens! Oh. Not to mention, there are like 100 people who have BTC certificates but never use them. Instead, they keep those credentials around to stop police from raiding their homes or warehouses. I see no problem with that. I don't know about you, but it's obvious to me that some restructuring will begin at the BTC after this whole thing. Man, shit ran deeper than I thought. And no news outlet talks about that. Alright kid, let's try a moonblast now. Come again? Hey, even I have to break the routine from time to time. A moonblast. Sweet girly happy. No one is above horse femming. There you go. Now, let's see what the ruckus is about. So, what brought you here? All right, didn't you see a link coming in here? Blue hair, big tits. Is the one from the Encore concert coming up? Not really. Did she jump to the roof then? Why were you looking for her? Do you want an interview? Not really, just hitting on her. Oh, okay. Alright. Hey, I said hitting on her, not hitting her. Stop varying. Oops. Well, not that much better, but okay. Why though? Are you that bored? Don't you have like a family or something? Have you seen that girl? Hot as tits. Also hot ass and tits. I'm suffering the weirdest combo of being hard as fuck and curious as shit right now. I want to know just how detailed those Kim class CH-1A models are, personally. And so you followed her. I've yet to meet a woman that can resist the charms of Donovan D. Dawson. Boss! Kill that guy. You're in front of one, I'm guessing you have quite a selective memory. Like I said, don't you have a family or something? A wife, but that woman cheats on me as much as I cheat on her. Okay. In fact, I'm pretty convinced she gets off on the thought of me cheating on her. Okay. So that Lily isn't here, huh? I'll have to find a busty enough replacement tonight or I'll explode. Please explode. Hey, after you're done glaring, please serve me a pile driver. Let's just give him a pile driver, literally. Oh. Can I have Dorothy back? Or the streamer? Anyone? Here. Alright. Well, seeing as she's not here, I have no reason to stay. Maybe I'll find someone that looks a bit like her. The guy left! Ah, the guy left. Oh, alright. Thanks for sheltering me, Dana. Hope your sister likes the video. No, thank you! Seems you had a hearty talk. Your boss is such a fun person. Her sister is a fan of mine, so I recorded a small video for her and took a couple of photos. How nice of you. It's nothing really, and she did hide me, so it's the least I could do. But, well, we're here already. Mind giving me something sweet? Sure. Something sweet. Piano woman! I need the money. No fucking around. You'll get the most expensive drink I have. Here! Thanks. So, do you know why Donovan was following you? Because I know. I don't, but I wasn't in the mood to deal with him. His questions were a bit over the line last time too. Not the worst I've dealt with, but I just didn't want to humor him. I see. Seems like he was just trying to come onto you. You don't say. Well, not like he'd have a chance anyways. I'm not into older guys and I'm already committed to a relationship. Figure. Wait, you are? It's not common knowledge, and the ones that hear it try to dismiss it as rumors, but I've been in a relationship with my producer for a while now. Oh, with your producer? Oh no. Oh no, don't do that. Really? We were both single, and that kind of stuff is bound to happen when you spend so much time together. Oh no. It all started when you read an entry I made in my blog about wanting to express love and the like. He offered to help with that after he read it, and I thought, sure, why not? I already knew him well enough, it wouldn't hurt to try. How nice. He's a stick in the mud where planning is due, but he's a sweetheart otherwise. You know, I've met 2 fans of yours lately. Really? Both of them seemed so excited that when they were talking about you, it was amazing. I don't like the term fan too much. It strikes me as a bit pretentious, in my opinion. I have many fans doesn't sit so well. I like many people who like my music better. Fan evokes an uglier and more pretentious image of me. For me. Do you like what I do, Jill? Do you like my music? To be honest, I haven't had much exposure to your work, but the few things I've heard are really good. And not gonna lie, having talked to you, I feel like I would support you even if I didn't like it. It's so nice to hear. Hey, this will sound familiar, but do you have anything like tea? Let me see. Something tea-like, if I remember correctly, something bitter, but girly is fine too. Oh, this would have been painful if I was distracted today, because the text wouldn't be here, so I wouldn't know how to serve tea. Bitter but girly. Let's see. Bitter drink. Sunshine cloud. Sunshine cloud. Tastes like old chocolate milk, but its good smell intact. Some say it tastes like caramel too. Curious to see if there's a... There's only one drink that matches the description. Gut punch, pile driver, suplex, sunshine cloud. Sunshine cloud. Here. Yeah, this works. You're a King class CH1A, right? That I am. May I ask you something about your model? Sure. Are there any differences between you and a DFC-72? We both serve the same purpose, but the DFC-72s have the port on their heads, which makes them more versatile. My line lacks that or the resilience of the DT-01Bs. Deltoids. But we're a tad more polished elsewhere. More specifically, our voice emulators are more advanced and our movements are smoother. A trade-off of functionality and power for appearance, you could say. Ah, I see. So, anything new for this concert? Well, it is an encore, so we are trying to make it the same for those that couldn't go to the first one. But we always try to spice it up, like maybe with a surprise song or something. There was this one time I sang a cover of a song by B-Link. Linkin Park? Or Blink, I always forget the number, Blink. Of course, in return, they sang the song Your Love is a Drug. Ah. So you know the B-Link girls. Really nice kids, you'd be surprised how different from their onstage personas they were. Really? Suzu, for example, can be really childish at times. She also laughs a lot and loudly at that. Meanwhile, Ayana is a party girl, through and through. If they're not on tour, she spends her time partying like crazy. Oh, hard to believe. I mean, their image is that of stoic girls with little expression, almost like living Victorian dolls or something. Well, they want to pop out in the public. They once told me, if we want people to notice us, we have to break the cutesy idol concept. And so they took the opposite route by becoming cool beauties with melancholic songs. I wouldn't say they went the opposite way. The opposite of cutesy idols would be unkempt, tone-deaf girls spewing vitriol and hate. True, I guess. Well, I've gotta go, but let's have a Sparkle Star first. Okay. I wonder what happens when you never give any Karmotrine. Does it change anything in the... Probably it changes a bit. It changes the conversation a little bit. But how much? Here. Sparkling. Well, it's always a pleasure, Jill. Please come again. Will do. Oh, the handsome bartender. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. Huh? Boss, Gil's back. I'll take my break. Alright. Break time. Bathroom break. Oi, be right back. I left without having any song in the background. Kinda stupid. Oh! I always forget to put something in the background for noise. Save. Load. Okay, we go. Note to self. Buy oil for that door. Alright then. Why are you looking at me like that? What do you want? Gil, you're in my spot. Please. Oh, sorry. Also, you're cleaning one of Boss's chicken buckets. Did Boss ask you to do that? If I told you she did, would you believe me? Without a doubt. Let's go with that then. Right. Greetings! Ah, Stella. What can I give you? What can I get you? I'll go with a bleeding Jane today. Okay. So those are not actually cat ears. Well, they look like cat ears. I'd be satisfied with that. I don't care. Here you go. Thank you. What brought you here today? Waiting for Say? I came by myself actually. I was in the area and stopped to say hi. Oh! It's pretty interesting though. When I first saw you, I doubted you'd ever come here again. Well, this place is comfortable, I must admit. So quiet and secluded. It's also clean, really clean. Gil is the one you can owe that to. The guy takes pride in how clean he keeps things around here. But now I'm curious, I want to see all the sprites without the lines. It's better with the lines. If you ever need cleaning staff, he's a nice pick. Really? He's a bit out of it today though. I see. Hey Jill, have you heard of the new gold rush in the city? Gold rush? Everyone is paying small fortunes to get their hands on pieces of White Knight suits. Ah. I think I heard or read something about that, but I'm having doubts, so probably not. In any case, how is the gold rush? Well, the tech behind the suits was always safely guarded, but after the events at the bank... Sorry. After the events at the bank, the suits were remotely shut down, breaking many of them in the process. Many units dropped their armor right there and fled when the lynchings went on. Any White Knight still stuck in their suit had to take the armor off manually and run away. It all happened in the middle of the lynchings, so they'd be sitting ducks if they didn't. Armor lock. Armor lock, armor lock, armor lock. Some weren't that lucky, they got beaten up while they weren't able to move. So between the suits becoming glorified paperweights and many White Knights going on the run, there ended up being a lot of junk lying around. But the whole scientific community is rejoicing. They're on a race to reverse engineer the suits and take as much technology as possible from them. And of course, even single pieces of the armor fetch a high price these days. Would anyone see any profit from that research to justify those expenses? It's new tech, a whole new field ripe with patents just opened for many, so I'd say yes. I mean, the BTC is literally a conglomerate built upon patients and trademarks, I can see how. There is one weird case though. Huh? There's this guy named Jack. He's a captain of a very unique Blitzkrieg Corps unit. Unique? The guy had a really small unit. 5 people, including himself. Small unit. The aesthetics of his unit's armor was heavily modded to the point that they looked like a squad of henching heroes. And what? They looked really gaudy. But it turned out that the guy actually broke through the software and disabled the remote switch. He was one of the few, if not the only, suits of armor with OS intact. With the OS intact. To say they're among the most wanted people would be an understatement. Understandment? Understatement. Not understandment. You know a lot about this. It's interesting the amount of things you hear when dealing with drunk people of all kinds in the same place. It also helps to put on the front that make people lower their guard. That should sound familiar to you. True. Wait. Here's a freebie, a fun fact. The failsafe was originally going to involve the armor blowing up and leaving no traces. But regulations and laws didn't allow that kind of technology near civilians. I guess even Zaibatsu Corp has its limits, huh? People love to demonize Zaibatsu Corp because, let's face it, they're far from innocent. But they're not evil overlords, they're just greedy. They're just a big corporation. Oof. 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 Yeah, okay. They just so happen to have control over that what tantamounts to a city-state. Uh-huh. But corporations will naturally resort to draconian methods. Why are you running defense for the multi-billion corporation that owns an entire city? I've heard horror stories from people outside the city about trying to use product placement. If you so much as hold the bottle the wrong way or get in the way of a logo, you'll be in for a lot of trouble. And let's not start with theme parks or the like. Those are dystopias of their own. Then again, most of the demonization is due to Quincy being such a clown. He has no power anyways. He's just the front for whatever council behind Zaibatsu Corp chose. He makes a fool of himself and the attention is taken away from whatever it is that Zaibatsu Corp is actually doing. Yeah. So what you were saying is that Bleach City is basically a huge theme park? I've called the White Knights glorified mall security in the past, so yeah. No, seriously, hen what? Can I get a brain team here, please? Sure, okay. She's watching anime. But she doesn't want to admit it. Here. Thanks. So I take it you're in a good mood today? Does it show? A bit. Yeah, well, I managed to nab a couple of tickets for the Kiramiki Encore concert. Nice. Alright, as it turns out, she was just here. Again? Sorry. Again? Can't believe I just missed her. I was surprised too. I was more surprised she remembered my name though. And like last time, she was quite the graceful client. Man, so those rumors about her being really nice in person were actually true. Amazing. I mean, you always want the famous people to be nice in real life. But having such backing to that claim, to hear that she's so nice to everyone, nice to hear, you know? In fact, many things that's what made her so famous so quickly. How she's down to earth and totally accessible, making her someone everyone wants to root for. Ah, I see. Yeah, I mean, I guess you don't want to feel like you're supporting crappy people. Although, to be honest, I've never put much thought into that one. Hell, half the time I have no idea who made what I use, nor do I care much. Being a nice person will take you far though. My daddy always insisted that being ruthless in the boardroom doesn't mean being an ass. And he has actually managed to get certain contracts over other, more powerful people. All thanks to being a nice guy overall. Sounds like a good advice. But more importantly, Daddy? Do you really believe me saying she was just here that easily? You're not the kind to lie about stuff like that, so sure. Thanks, I guess. That said, can you go to the concert so easily? What about security and the like? My dad always has a unit keeping an eye on me from a distance. And you'd be surprised at how easily I can disguise myself with just a different hairdo and a cap. See. I wonder if I could get in the disabled line with Sei and her wounds. Although she'll probably nag me about how she doesn't need it and we shouldn't abuse that. Hey, can you get me a classic drink? Yeah, I'll give you a classic drink. A big beer! Here. Thank you. Do you have many servants around the house, Sarah? I do, but they've been with us for so long, they're pretty much family. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's what they say. My dad has always said that if you earn someone's trust, they'll gleefully work for you, and everyone wins. We even had a young gardener that left to study engineering, and he actually came back. He still comes by every weekend to tend the plants. Wow, that sounds nice. Let me know if you're ever in need for a job. I might find you something. The dream. Someone tell me, hey, do you want a job? Thanks for the offer. Wait. Huh? I just realized something's off with the whole tech gold rush story. What would it be? Wouldn't all that tech be patented anyways? I'd get trying to crack it in the first place, but that would be true if the tech was patented in the first place. It isn't? Daibatsu has been so paranoid about making the White Knights untouchable that they never patented anything. Looks cool. Yeah! A patent would be in a database that someone would hack and retrieve valuable info from. Not to mention they've been using tech from other companies without any authorization. And no patent registry in their right mind would approve of that global shutdown signal. Let alone how it immobilized everyone still inside one of those suits. So the ones that were upholding the law did so using suits that are by all means illegal. The irony that runs deep, the irony runs deep, wouldn't you say? Why do it though? When you have so much money, you start thinking you can screw around with the rules. And you can. All that power makes you think you're above every law there is, and you are. And this city is what happens when those with money start making the rules. I'm curious though, have you ever covered up any fuck-ups by using money? I think we've all done things we're not too proud of at some point of our lives. Can't relate. Well, Jill, I gotta go. Always a pleasure. Please come again. Ah! Alma. No hello? You're pretty insistent on that one, aren't you? It's basic courtesy, something I will fight to uphold. First the greeting stops, and then saying please and thanks stops, and before you know, boom! Total anarchy. You're exaggerating. I'm not. In fact, I'll go through that door again, and I expect you to properly greet me this time. Okay. Fine. Hello, Jill! Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "This some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. "Only this and nothing more." You overdid it. You totally overdid it. Quoth the bartender, "I did not." So you like poetry? I had a phase. Can I get you something? That was funny. Let's start with a big cobalt velvet. A big. I would absolutely do that if I knew poetry. But that would be something I would do. Here. Thanks. Oh yeah, there's something I've been wondering about for a while. Does the name Shadow Master 69's Chronicles ring any bells? Huh? Oh, you went pale. No, the name doesn't ring any bells. May 22nd. Today my daily card readings told me that I'd meet great change thanks to an old man. My biology teacher told me I had been picked for an inter-school contest with my latest essay. I just knew a scientific theory on the idea of auras was as revolutionary as I thought. Soon I'll bring the world into an occult science singularity. Later entries don't seem to have gone that well though. Mentions of being laughed at, being lectured on why the essay was wrong. Kill? I made sure to delete that blog, no evidence should be left! I can think of at least 6 different sources off the top of my head that have all that stuff archived. Why? Why? Sheesh, relax, it's not that bad. What do you mean it's not that bad? Don't you realize how embarrassing it all is? We've all been young, Jill, relax. I am Shadow Master 69. It's not like you still like that nowadays. That would have been embarrassing. You're not still like that, right? Actually. That's no, I gave up on the whole occult stuff. It's just that remembering all that stuff is... I don't know, I like the way you looked. All dressed in black with the rare accessory popping out, thanks to the colors. I mean, at least you had the decency to use makeup and take care of yourself. What the fuck? So you have a pic. Oh god, you have a fucking pic. Why do you do this to me? Why do you dig out the scenes of my past? I was bored. Last Friday I had to take my mind off the whole Diana thing, so I ran a small background check on you. Or, you know, normal things to do with friends. Just like hack through the entire internet to find info on my my teenage years. You know, like we all do that. Simple stuff, just checking past internet activity. Please don't run background checks like that. I just used a search engine, you know? I didn't request documents or anything. What led you to the page? You do realize your main mail account everywhere is still the one you used back then, right? Like I said, relax. You were obsessed with occultism. I wanted to kiss all the boys. And I kinda almost accomplished that in middle school, which still sort of haunts me today. Never underestimate the length old classmates will go to track you down. Especially if they think you're still the girl that kissed them for fun, and they're lonely to boot. We all have things we're not too proud of as adults. Now I know how criminals feel when evidence is used against them. I have to ask though, why the 69? Do you really have to ask? Alma. Alma, please. It was supposed to be 69, not 69, like in reference to both the lovers and the hermit. What? I was convinced it meant wise choices. Oh, Jill. Oh, Jill. You poor thing. My sweet summer child. Jill, there's nobody that would read that at 6'9". I was 12 at the time. Even as 12, I fucking knew that what a 69 was. Just how innocent were you back then? You have no idea. Well, let's sweeten up things a bit. I'll have a sugar rush. Poor Jill. Calling herself Shadow Master 69 at 12 without knowing what a 69 is. Oh! I never had too embarrassing usernames. They were just boring. I think I had like 2 different usernames before. 2 or 3 before transitioning. Here you go. This is the thing. Say, Alma, speaking of the past, what was your last long-term relationship like? Oh, that's sudden. You dug through my past, I've earned the right to dig through yours. Fine, fine. Long-lasting relationships, huh? Romantic ones, I'm guessing. Yeah. Well, I've had about 4 boyfriends who I'd describe as such, that I've introduced to my family and all. The first one was in high school. I broke up with him because he cheated on me. I remember the other girl trying to pick a fight and me just saying, keep the fucker. Leave the fucker. The second one was during my freshman year. I broke up with him after he thought it'd be funny to punch me in the arm. Oh, good call. He starts with a friendly hit and before you know it... Anyways. The other guy I met shortly after I dropped out. He was interested in marriage, but he wanted to get married after only half a year or so of knowing him. And then there's Richard. Oop. I spent almost 4 years with him. We got along pretty well. We had awesome chemistry. I truly loved him. But as time went by, there was a rift that started separating us. That's right. He was a league player. It was the Summoner's Rift. He just didn't like my family. He didn't? Moreover, he wasn't a family person. He distanced himself from his own and voiced that he didn't want kids. There was a part of me that wanted to believe, even for just a little bit, that maybe he'd change his mind. But as much as I loved him, that one detail brought a growing gap between us. And at one point I just had to break up with him. But I'm not here to depress you. Bring me a beer, will you? Okay. Damn, you're drinking fast. Big beer. Thanks for telling me that, by the way. Don't mention it. Okay, one more question and we're even. Wow, you really are embarrassed of that blog, huh? Sure, ask away. At what age did you get those implants in your boobs? Jill, I love you and I know you're saying that in jest. But I've lived through so many rumors about me getting plastic surgery that I can't and won't take it as a joke. As such, in honoring our friendship, I'll just say this. They're real and they're spectacular. Now ask the real question before I slap you. I'll grant you one and only one chance to call me by my full name as a compensation then. I'll gladly take your offer. It's funny that you mentioned slapping because my real question was, why did you get your hands chopped? Chopped. Well, there's a couple of reasons. The first is that I spend lots of time typing, and these replacements help me avoid carpal tunnel syndrome. Tunnel syndrome. Please. Take my hands. Replace my hands. I don't want carpal tunnel syndrome either. Nightmare. Oh. There's other utilities like how I can interface with many devices. For example, there's a tiny computer embedded in my glasses. Google Glass! If I move my index finger, it acts like the computer's cursor. There's a lot more, but there are small things that don't sound that impressive when I say it out loud. How did your family take the operation? They took it well enough, except for my mom. She freaked out for months. She even went to the hospital to ask for my hands. Oh no. Don't you miss them? Sometimes, but just during emotional moments. But as luck would have it, someone else has them. I was gonna say that's like that feels like bottom surgery, but that line convinced me it doesn't feel like bottom surgery. Shortly before my operation, there was an accident on the highway. One of the victims was this young lady whose right hand got completely crushed. Oh. I told them to check if we were compatible and all that. I mean, implants are not everyone's first choice if they can get a natural replacement. A bit of cosmetic treatment and it would pass off as her original hand with no problem. Last I heard, we were compatible and the family agreed to the donation. I don't know what became of her, but I hope she's fine. And you didn't tell your mom about that? Actually, I didn't want her pestering the poor girl. So, are we cool now? Are we even now? Are we? You were pretty pissed about my comment regarding your boobs. Again, I'm sorry, it sounded a lot less rude in my head. Yeah, don't worry about that, actually. Besides, I get to call you Julian once. Oh, now you don't. Huh? Why? You just called me by my full name. Are you serious? One chance and only one chance, and you just used it up. Damn it. Surprise! Hey Alma, this might be a weird tangent, but do you believe in ghosts? Hey! Not particularly, no. Although there was this paper I read once that was quite interesting. It proposed a scenario where nanomachine clusters would leave the body after death, and then acted as a collective hive mind through residual brainwaves. The result would basically be an image not unlike a hologram. Of course, the hypothesis fell through because such nanomachine density is impossible in a body. Even 5% of the amount needed is enough to make the blood too dense for the heart. And it's not like brain waves are potent enough to create those reactions. Still an interesting read though. I see. Don't give me that look, it's not my fault that you convince yourself that you're crazy. Well, I'll leave then. See you tomorrow. See you. All done? I am. What about you, Gil? For some reason, the idol girl left him like that, it seems. You think? It might have been while he was out. True. Hey boss, you're a fan of wrestling, aren't you? I mean, you were a wrestler, so... That I am, yeah. Why? I was wondering, isn't wrestling fake? Aren't twin tails for little girls and teens with 8th grade syndrome? 8th grade what? When you get down to it, wrestling is as real as soap opera. I mean, you don't really expect a legal lawsuit to be fixed in a ring, right? Sure, in my ideal world, you would solve legal problems through good old wrestling, but... No, seriously, 8th grade what? You don't go around calling soap operas fake. It's a show, it just so happens to use fights as an expression. You might as well see it as a unique form of theater. Besides, considering the injuries many wrestlers suffer, it's not all fake. Oh, I didn't think about it that way. Sadly, I won't stand for anyone bad-mouthing wrestling. So now I have to go and break Gil's back to make you humble. What? Ah, oh, you pissed me off. Now I have to go punch a guy. Uh-oh. Oh. I'm sorry. Oh, well, what? Come here, fuckboy! Fuckboy! Ah! Eighth grade, what? Holy shit! I did it! $370 above the mark. I did it! We are not getting the bad ending. Let's go! $10,370. 50 cents. Zero mistakes, thanks to the back seat. Make sure Jill pays all of her bills. Yay, I got the achievement. You were charged with $10,000 for your rent. Have a nice day. Jill will have a roof on her head for another month. This sense of relief will make sure she focuses at work. Oh, well, it will definitely make me focus at work, yeah. Me too. Woo! We did it! We made it! New lithium regulations. The current regulations preventing lithium from looking too humans have been working well so far, but Glitch City's government is planning to create even more new laws so as to enforce robot-like features among the lithium in a bid to reduce identity theft. Okay. After the Great Earthquake, salvage agents are the new rage. A great earthquake that sank large portions of the world 5 years ago also created an unexpected new profession, salvage agents. Oh, new piece of lore, there was a great earthquake 5 years ago. Only 5 years ago? The San Andreas Rift or something. Summer Aki is one of these salvagers and she shares her experience with the augmented eye. Seeing big cities like Tokyo and places like Caracas several kilometers below the ocean surface. Several kilometers below the ocean surface. Do you know what a kilometer is? What the fuck is a kilometer? Like the Mariana Trench is 10 kilometers and it's the deepest place on Earth. What do you mean several kilometers? What the fuck happened? Millions lived there before the great earthquake and it's on me to retrieve their memories. Their lives. What the fuck? So the moon exploded? The moon got blasted? Half of the planet is underwater? Not because of global warming, but because of an earthquake? What the fuck? And Australia? Australia is a tad more complicated than that. What the fuck happened? Hi Theo, good morning. Mikey is now working to retrieve items from a research facility in Tanegashima Island in Japan. Holy shit. Grand Slam fighters crowns a new heavyweight champion. What about Reddit? Oh, there's no new thread every day on Reddit. Okay, on 4chan. There's also the Kiramiki blog. Oh, there's so much to do in the morning in this game that I didn't do. I think I already read those. What is the nano camo app about? Do anything. How do I unlock the other songs? How do I unlock songs? Because I'm missing a few. How do you do that? Well, that was it for today anyway. I save. We went through 2 days. And if IC is to be believed, we are only 2 days to go through in this game that is Valhalla. And that will happen on Saturday.